But I am sticking to Talon. I think when you give Savage something like his face is void, you know, it's one of his best heroes. You've got some good combinations. Kisses in the Chrono's pretty nice. You've got sidekick for the void down the line.
The lane. TP coming through. Q's gonna look to join down bottom with Savage and Hive. They're getting aggressive onto Ragey Potato. Savage is going to try and dodge to the right, and now Q, he's got an opening to jump in, and finally, 7 minutes in, we've got our first blood. It's hard to find it, but Moon, he's going to show up to the party. Sonic Wave lines it up to run down Savage. Afu's still taking a beating at the moment. Hyde and Q putting the emphasis on pushing back the Treant Protector. You can see, though, Talon look to get aggressive, though, with the EXO on KP. They're going to have to bring multiple heroes to that lane to try and bring the tower. But it looks like they're going to put some emphasis on bottom lane instead. Savage, he's got the Chronosphere if they feel required to use it onto Ragey Potato, but the damage is starting to ramp up in its own right. Q and Hyde spamming up the abilities. Savage still holding onto the ulti. There we go. Lines it up to Lance onto 2, but Moon down with the rotation. Sonic Wave and Scream obliterating Talon's health ball. Makoto's going to feel like he can jump into the middle, though. So has one more Astral Step to play with, but SMG, they're relatively tanky. They'll lose out on Ragey Potato. They're still going to try and cut to the back and block off this escape avenue on Makoto. So he thinks twice about disengaging through the lane, but now he's stuck in the tree line. Moon in mid one, trying to find Hyde. He's got a way to cut on out. Talon, they've got all 5 heroes, but can they TP down? They're even going to look to refill. Makoto has some resources to play with. They're going to go for Moon next, but the control is the one issue, as Moon is able to blink to the north.
You've got a good foil into Razor. You can't always time walk off that static link. Savage was trying to force issue for a while. And you don't have the kisses to follow through. You didn't have the DP around. And speaking of, they're clumping her up around top.
Everyone's either going to look to TP in. KP has the Quelling Blade to be able to go through this route, but he doesn't have a way to get other cogs unless Hyde can cookie him forward. And KP, he'll sustain through it. They get to level 6, and now Hyde, he's going to turn around with the Water with Kisses as well. Great rotation coming out of the Snapfire.
And they are starting to apply pressure onto the mid. Good angle to work with. Hook shots ready once more from Pi, so they find the angle and they could start to rack up some kills here.
Gotta be cautious they don't group up though, that's a concern. And Q, well, he's gonna be able to start onto Afu. Slips into the trees, they get the Chrono as well in the river, instantly uses the Mortimer Kisses, but Pylite Die stops that in its tracks, but it doesn't matter. Makoto, he's able to jump in and offer the damage required, and now they're onto Pylite Die as well. Let's look at this. Oh, they're going to be able to convert into another tower. KP pop the EXO for top.
With the build-up they have in mid one, full Mjolnir up, your NP is feeling really good. You can start to split push very hard with the Ag Shard up as well. So that could be the timing they were waiting for. Just have that instant jump silence initiation and try to follow through with the NP with a clockwork on top and go for the gameplay. Again.
Makoto and Q, I mean, these two heroes playing perfectly around each other. It's another death onto Pylite Die.
Even a clockwork does feel like you want itemization on, right? Like down the line, a clock with Ags from the support position is really scary. You don't even have a Force Staff to threaten, and you don't have that builder of the Spirit Vessel to kind of handle KP. You don't even have that. They are clumping around Savage here.
He went back in. Savage! He goes back in. He's got the Chrono dropped as well. Makoto's got a TP in to be able to offer the damage, or just instantly turn to deal with Ragey Potato, as SMG are not going to stick around for this fight.
It's a TP point. Talon just jump in. They get the follow-up. You have the Shard on the Void, so dealing with a Razor, it's not necessarily just a defensive move. You can just time walk back in, get another kill, and they find one more.
Onto the Queen of Pain. I mean, that's the big kill. Oh, SMG, 15-2 is the kill count.
A nice little juke. Manages to dodge out in the tree line. Surprised they didn't follow the Spirit Siphon, but they lose out in the Pylite Die kill. Not a big deal. Mikado finding some play across the map.
We'll get Afu at least. Avoid Spirit. Makoto's, he's wicked sick. He had a rough lane, but he's proving like the lane, you know, he was at least able to fight through that, and now it's showing like he is the one it's going to be really difficult to deal with. We spoke about in the draft. Mid lane, Savage. They might be able to get rid of the first life. They're probably going to require the Sonic Wave for that. And well, maybe they've bitten off more they can chew. The attempt on Savage. Going to make sure you don't bop. Savage gonna go for the right and drop the chronosphere. They've got the Mortimer Kisses as well coming from the left. Savage, oh, he doesn't even get the kill on Moon though. Mid one, can they turn this back around? They have the overgrowth, they've got the Orchid as well, and with mid one nearby, Sonic Wave just off the mark for the damage. He'll tick out to the Orchid. They get a big kill onto 23SAVAGE. They still have issues though with dealing with Makoto. Down to the south, he's gonna be okay, but KP, he's shown up. Pylai died, dead in the grave once again. They're still gonna consider emptying the triangle. Makoto has an ultimate charge to be able to work within a couple of seconds, and mid one finally popping the BKB, but KP, he's gonna think about charging with the exorcism. Makoto's got like cues him with the combo as well. They'll drag back Afu and Talon. All they lose is 23SAVAGE, and they take so much away from SMG.
Potato, they're not farming. They're bottom leftward course, barely above Q at this point on his Marcy, and that's not something you want to see, especially for something like the Quap. You kind of want more control, you want more durability here.
Hide. Beautiful positioning. Pops the smoke. They will get the kill into the Snapfire. There's a lot of their damage in the team fight with the Mortimer Kisses. Lotus Orb's going to protect Savage, and he's out to the safety of the secret shop. And with the BKB now expended from Raging Potato, he's going to be in trouble. Savage, he wants to jump in as well, but the Chronosphere still on cooldown. Mid one's going to show up to the fight. They want to burst down KP, and they should be successful at doing so. Finally, they're being able to get rid of the Death Prophet, but I don't think they're going to have the same fate on Makoto. Doesn't have an ultimate charge determined. They're going to try and deal with Raging Potato and Savage. Chrono back up, clipping onto 3, but again, where's your damage without the Snapfire? Chrono's great and all, but there will be no follow-up. They're going to try and stand their ground to man-fight Afu, but they haven't dealt with mid one, just pummeling the damage. Left, right, and center as out they go, but Savage, he'll fall. Finally, they get the Faceless Void as well as SMG prove that they still have the capability to take these team fights.
That fight would have felt a lot different, and you also lost KP fairly early. You didn't have a way of playing with the EXO, playing with a Lotus Orb save. Savage with a fresh Satanic couldn't get the life steal he wants to swallow though.
From lane, there's a big kill into mid one. BKB still cooldown. They're gonna find it.
Oh god.
Oh no, mid one. Which is a bit of a concern. This is now a Roche that they had full awareness was going on. Now starting to TP, but it's going to be a bit too late. They're going to be reliant on the Train Protector to jump in. Hook shot. Off the mark from Pylai dive. Roche is going to fall. Afu! Oh, he's in with the steal. He gets the Aegis. He gets the Aghanim shot as well, but they're on to mid one. Chronosphere holds them both back, but Moon soon to follow 23SAVAGE. They haven't got the damage to get the Faceless Void. SMG, can they reset? Moon's in a bit of trouble at the moment. Hide off the mark with a cooking Rage Potato. He's going to charge in the middle. Lacking detection. Hyde's gonna escape into the pit. Kodo, though, he still wants to go back in.
Along with having Mjolnir and BKB, and he's just done a fantastic job of keeping bot shoved in. It took a while for Makoto to show up. He still had to manage that bot lane. They managed to, again, clump up fast enough with their mobility on SMG's end.
Hey, P might be in trouble bottom. They're starting to set up. This is a bit deep. Pylai died. Have to try and target him down. They're onto mid.
What?
They just blow up the nature spot, but hides in with a double cookie. They're gonna look to avoid Raging Potato, wanting to target down Moon instead. To the right they go though. He's closing the distance onto Raging Potato, and yep, they'll find him in the end. Makoto beyond godlike on the Void Spirit.
Now Talon gets the opportunity to clear out some tier 2s. Only the mid, no opportunity for the high ground, and the backdoor protection does kick in, but the wave is going to come out soon. They should still be able to secure it. Makoto though.
Lane? They're gonna make the attempts. They don't have mid one for the damage. Moon holding the ultimate for the moment. Makoto's gonna make sure he retreats to where his teammates are starting to funnel in, and Pylai die. He's gonna be the sacrifice. Afu's in the Savage gets the Chrono, just clipping the Queen of Pain on the side. Mid one's gonna TP in. He's stuck now in this fight. Afu's gonna jump with the overgrowth. Mid one's doing a lot of damage, but Savage gets so much health back. They can now target down the Nature's Prophet. But look at the Piper coming out. The involvement from Moon jumps in with the Sonic Wave. It's enough to get rid of the Faceless Void. And now they're gonna look to try and control Makoto. Down to the south, they don't have the stuns to cancel KP or Makoto's escape, but such a chaotic fight once again.
They didn't manage to secure that objective. And with off around, he could just probably heal it up if he wants to.
Radiant starting to funnel into this bottom jungle. Got the ward that scouts out 2 heroes. Uh-oh, they grouped up, and Savage, no hesitation with the Chronosphere, and plenty of damage getting pumped in thanks to Hyde. That is just what you cannot do. This is a lineup where...
So Q's gonna be very happy with his exposed range. What can you do? Sometimes you just get really lucky with the items, and Q has had great presence. Smoke here. See if they find the angle.
They're on cooldown, but they know the BKB is on cooldown from mid one. They're gonna find Moon down bottom. Look at the outpost.
Oh,
Q
God.
and Makoto. That's a dieback as well on Moon. 100 seconds without the Queen of Pain, and Talon, they've got the EXO, and in fact, Makoto's hunting. Just being able to run into Pilot Dive, Q's going to be able to do that. Jumps under the T2 tower. Talon find a second pick off across the map.
Yeah, they just keep chasing. They find another big one on Moon.
It's a big item though, at least for mid one. Having the Satanic. We're seeing how he's just looking to kind of... It needs to itemize to stand his ground versus all the heroes that can just jump him. So Satanic might be enough. Hang on, Q again! Is he not to the Razor? Makoto's got the instant follow-up, and Rage Potato doesn't have an opportunity to get the BKB. As Razor does at least have a bite. Arthur's going to jump in, but is he just trying to stop TPs? Mid one is pushing bottom. They get a tier 3 tower. Meanwhile, back inside the mid lane, though, Savage and Q. Oh, these two have just been perfect. Another kill for the lads on Talon.
Oh, mid one split push though.
Mid one. He's got BKB. He gotta be forced to BKB TP up, maybe. Gets the barracks. Might be able to get the kill, but the Glimmer Cape under the cover of the shadows. The Snapfire will be okay. And meanwhile, though, look what's going on. Clockwork goes down. They get Arthur as well. That's a dieback on Pylite Die. So mid one, he drags a lot of attention bottom, but not enough attention is the main thing. Savage, back in, back out. Q's gonna go. Okay. They group up. Savage, a Chrono, and they've got plenty of damage with KP onto the side lane. They'll get rid of mid one. He's got a buyback to be able to rejoin. Rage Potato's gonna look to charge into the middle. They gotta be cautious, Talon. Do you want to stick around with the threat of the buybacks that are starting to be funneling out? As KP, he won't escape. Gem's gonna be dropped. Loon will snag that one. It's a big kill for them to find, but...
So you've got the secondary life ready to go from SMG, probably handing that over to mid one. Refresh out would be big on Afu or Raging Potato, depending on what they feel like. They'll hand it on to Moon instead for the double sonic waves. And now Talon has to play a defensive game, although...
Brother, that is such an aggressive TP, but they know 2 heroes are dead, so they can play just like that.
Mid one is just playing phenomenally on this Nature's Prophet, being a nuisance across the map. And it's pretty hard for Talon to play without the full set of their team fight. The Chrono is up.
Look at the vision. They've got incredible wards all throughout bottom. They scout out Talon's position. The Pilot Eye's going to jump. It's a big kill if they can bring down KP. Onto the side though, Makoto, he's controlling the Nature's Prophet, but will not matter. Savage jumps in with the Chronosphere onto 2. They're trying to target out Raging Potato, but it gets a T-Job. Back to full health. Raging Potato is able to escape. They've kited out the first use of the ultimates. Meanwhile, Moon just blows up the Void Spirit. They're still in trouble though. Multiple heroes crumbling on the side of SMG. It's going to be all up to mid one to battle into the Faceless Void. Down to the south. Control is out thanks to the coach, but Savage just makes it back inside the base. They will live to see another day.
Again, a big tool to use in some of these prolonged fights. Talon immediately going for the smoke play. They do not have the Chrono to leverage, but they can look to try to make a play. Even just having Q around is pretty big in terms of control. Oh no.
He just played to the river. He doesn't have much mana to play with, but he got that. He's gonna jump in.
Oh my god.
He's got mid one nearby. Sprout's gonna hold the bit. Mid one, the Lotus Orb. Sprout, he's stuck in his own now. Q's gonna turn for the control. Moon just gets a blink away, but mid one, he's stuck. He's forced to go toe to toe, and he's not gonna win the man fight. What was that Lotus Orb? Oh my KP.
Oh, that was so dicey.
So much team fight control. And they can just drop this luxuriously. Like Savage, he can get a pick off and he's happy with that. He doesn't need more than just one.
Yeah, you've got a lot of room. If you get Mikado off,
Oh, the Jesus Pilot Eye, where'd he go? Q again, this goddamn Marcy. Moon's gonna look to create some chaos. The first control's out, relying on the living armor to keep him alive. The overgrowth buying some time as well. They'll get the backline, so Q's gonna be killed off. Mid-one's gonna buy back as well, but meanwhile, Raging Potato inside the Chrono, protected for the BKB for the moment. Savage gonna finds a second Chrono, holding in two. They're gonna push him away, but it doesn't matter. All they needed was that little bit of control. They smell blood in the water, and they're soon to swim straight for it. Next on the agenda, who sidestepped the Aether Remnant, but he is gone, and Solar SMG, 5 down.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough to stall them out. No buybacks, respawn in 15-14 seconds here for mid-one. Not quick enough. And that's the GG call from SMG. Talon play a very disciplined game, and they play a little bit slower. They find some aggression early on. Mikado has an outstanding game, only dying that one time when that Aegis fight. And SMG, I'd say this is still an improved performance from SMG. Geared towards tempo, they start off with that Moon opener on the Winter Wyvern. They've got really good team fight this time, but I'm still all in on Talon, baby.
Like, he looks exceptionally good when he's playing the Wyvern, but just the concern is how can you get out of the early game? Because it does take a little bit to come online. But you do have multiple other heroes that can kind of make the space as Esport's in a bit of trouble bottom lane. High 23SAVAGE will find our first blood as Talon hit the board.
Still a bit of a much more defensive start from both sides, a little bit of poking and prodding, but no full commitments. Both sides are just looking to secure their time, especially for the safe laners. It feels like it's all about Savage getting farm and mid-one getting farm. Does get a couple of good entangles onto Q, but mid-one's pretty forward here.
He's dead. Mikoto's going to TP up. Beautiful timing on the Savage Roar, but he'll still end up ticking. An incredible rotation. Mikoto went all the way back to base to refill the resources.
Felt like they had a really good draft, especially that last bit, but they managed to just find something.
Trying to solo kill Moon. Needed the Aether Remnant to get that kill. Moon's going to turn it back around. He's got the creeps, but not enough mana for the Splinter Blast, so Mikoto will be okay. Go on, Moon now. Q's considering about stepping in. They don't land the bushback, unfortunately. Arfu's going to fly in. One is still coming through from the Sun Ray. Moon should be okay. Another ultimate charge is back up, and Mikoto is actually going to reinitiate, and Mikoto, again, off to an incredible start. It's going to be cautious he doesn't enter the river, but meanwhile, duo support on Talon. They don't care about protecting the Void Spirit. They go back in to get Arfu, so...
But this start is just phenomenal from Talon. He travels already up in Savage. We talked about that time. He's not even going for a BKB, just going straight for the Force Staff, just to have some mobility on hand. And he's ready to go. He's ready to show across the map. They're already showing mid.
KP, first split of the game, they got the Mortimer Kisses, and all they require is 2 ultimates, and meanwhile Hyde, combined with Q, they get another kill. And this is just Talon with the ball rolling it, and look at KP with the micro dude, not again.
Oh, no.
Raging Potato, look who it is. I didn't know he's cosplaying as Pylai Die, up to 4 deaths is Raging Potato. You hate to see it. Hyde might be brought down from the Helm Dome, but even they can't kill this Snapfire.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pie? He's doing it. He's going in. Oh, he's gone.
What?
He's gonna go for Savage instead. Pie, the cookie's on cooldown. It's a decent amount of damage coming up from the Sun Ray. That's a big double kill if they can find it, but Mikoto to the rescue. Jumps in the river to hold them back. Moon, he can still line up the ultimate. So they get the kill onto 23SAVAGE, but it comes at a cost as Arfu, along with Pylai Die, go down. Oh no, he's dead again. He's not out of this one. He's too far forward.
Oh boy.
Oh no, I think they saw him. Yeah, they see him. Raging Potato is going to try and do whatever he can with the roar. Again, this Sun Ray proving to be an issue, but back to the grave you go. They are starting to smoke down bottom on SMG. Pylai Die and Moon combined together. Mikoto, he did use all his ultimate charges, so they're going to catch Mikoto out in a vulnerable position. Playing around with the Dissimulate, actually goes to the north, and the hook shot, it's going to hit the Hawk. Mikoto still won't make it out. Now, meanwhile, it's going to be a free fight for Savage. They can get the first kill. They're going to turn to deal with a Supernova, and they will easily bring that down. And they're not done just yet. Mortimer Kisses for the slow.
God.
KP soon to step in as well. As Talon, from one hero to the next they go. Mid-one feeling the importance of showing up, but all it can do is watch his position to give another kill over to Talon.
Mid-one?
Hang on, mid-one. KP's gonna get the split off. It's a pretty difficult kill to get now with the bonus health that mid one's playing with, but maybe Pylite Eye might be easier. Savage gonna start to TP in. KP cycling up the bear instead. They're gonna start to surround mid one summon. They do have 5 heroes to play with. Savage protected with the high ground, and yeah, he's gonna lose his bet. Mid one, oh no, 300 gold, easy like that.
Let's see. I think SMG has to look for a fight soon, Ares. They've got Egg, they've got Curse, they've got Roar, Hookshot. They should find those pickoffs here.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. All right. Highlight down to the T2 tower. The TPs, they probably a bit too late. You can pop the Soul Ring for the spin in a couple of seconds, but a beautiful timing on the Curse. Gets hide as well. Makoto should be able to trade the life of Pylite Die. Even more of a kiss is going to be expended because Q, he's soon to step in to offer the control. It's a little bit too late to get the synergy with the Snapfire ultimate. Gotta be cautious though. You can't go too far. Arfu in a perfect position on the cliff, but this is just space. 23SAVAGE finding a free tier 1 tower mid, and now can think about joining the boys if a fight breaks out.
Still a good position for SMG on the high ground now. Town, a bit awkward and low.
Q? They're gonna jump on this here. Makoto instantly pouncing. Roll's gonna hold them back. Arfu, can he get the ultimate off? Oh, beautiful dive to the high ground. This is gonna try and turn it, bring it down, and he misses. Not the case. Egg's gonna pop. And now SMG, can you rally around mid one on the bear? Pushback's gonna buy some time. It can get the distance away now, so 23SAVAGE can kite mid one. And KP, he's gonna enter the fight mid one. He doesn't have the ultimate. No capability to get the bonus health. 3 heroes dropping on SMG, and they don't even bring anyone down on Talon. Because these is filthy rich on Savage. And not just him, but KP's got a pretty good timing on the Scepter. Like, he's already completed that. Q's got Vessel. Everyone's finding farm. It's not just one person. Meanwhile, they're solo killing heroes. Makoto just gets rid of the bird, so this should be a free Roche. Maybe Curse and Hookshot can say otherwise.
No, and they're clumped up here. They've got the angle for sure.
Oh, Pylite Eye! Okay, that's a beautiful hookshot. But they can both get out. Cookie, Sharpshooter, who cares about the cogs? And now KP with the help of Makoto. Down goes Pylite Die. Look at the micro. Oh, KP, you animal, finds Moon on the high ground. Curse only gonna buy him moments of seconds. They'll find him afterwards. Savage wrapping all the way to the left.
And you don't have quite the easiest angle to get a good egg. It's still a good area for it. You just find the position. Still KP lets off another split with that Ags that you mentioned and just scouts around.
They just picked up on Savage. They don't have the greatest resources though from Talon if a team fight does break out. Supernova to the knock. That's a beautiful hook shot, man. They can't get on top of the egg, so it will pop for the first time this game. Can maybe SMG find some kills off the back of this? They deal with the Aegis. They're going to try and chase down Q, but they don't have the way to close the distance. So instead, they're going to turn towards KP. A forced up to reposition the higher up, but mid one's in with their bear, just chunking away the life for the brew. Big kill for SMG to find. They get rid of the Aegis advantage and the position 3 on Talon.
I think for Talon, again, you just get some more damage on Savage. You are still fairly reliant on Laguna to burst things down, but they will go for Smoke Blade here.
Nice position from Pi. Pops a smoke. It's going to scout this out with the Rocket Flare. Pylite Eye should go down. Got Alfu nearby to help with the Sun Ray, but that's not going to be enough. Do they want to group up? They've got a ward on the higher ground. Moon's going to TP in as well. MKB just deleted. They're going to make sure they don't group up. KP's a big kill, but they don't stop the Primal Split, so KP now can break the formation, charging them down. Cycling up the one. Savage thinking about stepping in as well, but Savage, hang on. He's got no one to protect him until Makoto jumps in, forcing Arfu to dive into the river. They've already lost Rage Potato, though. Meanwhile, Pylite Die with the buyback is holding him by the outpost, but in the river, they're onto Moon. The Winter Wyvern's in trouble. Back towards the jungle we go with Savage. Hookshot away, but he's going to be fine thanks to the Force Staff. Savage able to reset to the left. They have killed off the Wyvern. Forced to use the Supernova from Arfu as well. Very messy fight though. A buyback from Pylite Die. You lose the Beast and the Wyvern, but...
And now you hit this pivotal timing for SMG. Ags up on Moon. So you've got that full damage coming through from Arc Burn, toggleable. Going to be a lot harder to pierce through that backline. Mikado's definitely has to work hard to kind of take care of that Winter Wyvern, take away the threat of Curse.
A big kill if they can bring KP down, but again, Cookie to reposition the north. They get the fear at the last second. The damage, it needs to come through fast to prevent the split. KP to the left, but he just gets it off. KP with the ultimate. Now they can charge back the side of SMG. Highlight Die's going to be the first to kill it off. They can try to target down mid one next. The Bears pushing it back for the moment. KP's doing an incredible job to continue to kite this. Double back though if you're SMG. Well, they won't have that capability. In they go, blowing up the Phoenix. Moon's gonna find an angle. That's an incredible ultimate, taunting multiple heroes and taking Snapfire out of the equation. But they might not have the Bear to play with. Mid one, looking for the resummon. KP, he doesn't have splits. Oh, they get the first hit route as well. Drag back with the tornado. KP is going to go down for the second skirmish in a row. So SMG, this time they found some items and they look to use it perfectly. They will even out that trade.
We'll see what TALON can try to do to come up against that. SMG though just again playing a very disciplined game. Been working the map well. Roche in 40 seconds. That's probably where the next big fight will break out. And it still feels pretty good for SMG.
I was just saying your praises, my guy. You've caught up in farm, but you're dead once again.
Yeah, it's a healthy, well-fed bear. You know, it's well cared for. So it can run pretty quick. Cute playing tag.
All right, second Roche is up. SMG have confirmation of this. Oh, Moon! It's got the illusion to get out of the slow, but hook shot, it's not going to be enough. Look at the crits raining in from 23SAVAGE, and now they'll get Pilot Die as well. And oh boy, you're back to split pushing, but you just lost Moon, so you lost your opportunity to be able to defend Roche.
And of course, you always have the Hawks and the Rocket Flare now to come out. So SMG still has a fight lined up here. They still have Egg. We've seen Afu in this position. He can get a really good angle and maybe even go for a steal.
I don't know how you win this fight without Moon, though. You won't have Afu as well. Whoa. The War's out for the first control. Let's see if the Bear's going to be able to have the fall, but it looks like they were able to hold back mid once resummon. No. He's got no Bear now for 80. Yep, that's it. That's Roche. Held between their legs. They are out of the pit. There will be no contestation. Oh, I'll say that. Iron Moon is still coming. Oh, they see him. No, Makoto again onto Moon. He's got one more ultimate charge to play with, and that's enough burst.
Aegis.
Highlight Die was trying to get the Aegis steal as well, but not quick enough for Savage. Gets the kill on the cherry on top.
Just holding the position, TALON as well. Staying back. We'll go further in smoke. So let's see if they find the angle. It's going to be an interesting smoke on smoke. SMG smoke's going to fade first if you're not careful.
They should know where mid one is with where the Bear's farming. Smoke's gonna pop. Oh, they're gonna run into Pylite to start though. Jetpack over the tree line. That's only gonna buy a little bit of time to get the ultimate off, but the supernova's to the right, so it's doing nothing. They are onto 23SAVAGE. A cookie to the left. They'll deal with the first life. Can they lock onto it for the second life though? Off the back of the respawn, they're doing such a good job to fight the Bear thanks to the Yours up in the air, but still Savage is in trouble. Mid one finally able to pump in the damage to Curse, holding it back as well. Savage, no, he doesn't kill. Okay, the rocket flare just getting 23SAVAGE, but it looks like the rest of TALON should be able to clean up. They're on mid one. Multiple buybacks coming out as well. Savage wants to rejoin to put them in the grave, but the last time this game, Makoto dissimulating up in a couple of seconds. They should get the kill with Moon onto the outskirts, but look at the crits raining down from the attack speed. Oh, Moon trying to fly away, but KP out of all heroes gets the triple kill in the trees.
They can just machine gun through the objectives. This is still a win with a lot of farm. If they find a room, the push is just as quick on TALON's end.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Attack range is just... Oh, nice. Bushwhack. Oh, cute. Downtown gets the stun.
Finds them again. The respawn's just a bit too long. They're not committing the buybacks in SMG. Gonna be playing 2 racks down. A big advantage for TALON. They are still starting to clump up here.
Into the middle. What? Why am I dying? Okay, he's gonna charge in as well. They should be able to get rid of the Brewmaster. And this pop the last second.
Have a lot of presence out from mid one. Sure, the Bear just manages to twack away on Savage within distance. And they have angles. It's just difficult to work, although they might find it if KP stays too far forward here.
Radiant have full control of this area with the ward. It's not an easy spot to take a fight. Meanwhile, look to the north though. If they've run into
no.
Moon. Oh, the Wyvern just getting blown up, full to 0. And now with the backline, Pylite died trying to make chaos, but they get the easy kill. They turn to the egg. 23SAVAGE with all the attack speed they would need. Buybacks have been forced out, but I don't even know if all the buybacks are going to be enough for SMG to turn this fight. When it gets 0, you start to get worried. Maybe not 0 yet.
No. I think I've seen one 0% swing, but it's very, very rare. At this point, that thing is fairly accurate.
He might be in a bit of trouble here, actually. Aeon Disc is still on cooldown at the moment. They're going to jump the backline, meanwhile. Dakota's doing a good job to buy KP enough time to get the split off, and gotta get out if you're SMG. The Bushwhack holding them down for the moment, and KP, no, he's charging forward. Be able to run into Mr. Mid One. Beautiful use of the synergy. Cyclone down into the 8th Remnant. Phoenix is gone. No hope of being able to spellcast him. Meanwhile, Savage, he doesn't care about heroes. Wants to deal with the bear instead. You gotta hope Mid One's gonna resummon. It's a beautiful curse, but it's not on the damage dealers. SMG, they didn't get the taunt onto the Lina. And meanwhile, Mid One is just getting cleaned apart. Cyclone, they're only just toying with Mid One now. Drop down into his grave. A talent. They're still yet to lose anyone in this last fight. They're just too strong. Talon on another
Savage.
level. Oh,
What happened?
what's going
Savage?
on? Oh, get a little angry, Savage. You love to see it. The tips and the question marks. Oh, I want to know what's going on. Yeah, they dropped no G's. SMG, they're not happy with that.